And I'm going to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Saurabh Lakhanpal, Professor and Dean, Additional Dean, Head Division of Student Welfare's lovely professional university. A Guinness World Record holder for delivering largest drug awareness lesson in 2018. He is contributing for the development of outside classroom learning initiatives designed for holistic development of university students. Among his many contributions to the profession, he has published papers in national and international journals and has delivered many scientific presentations at local, national, and international level. In his present responsibilities, he is managing the startup ecosystem, transdisciplinary student research and projects, skill development, student organizations and clubs, community services, NSS, NCC, sports, cultural, and other co-curricular activities in the campus. So it would be a fantastic time to interact with him. I welcome you, Dr. Saurabh Lakhanpal.
Thank you, Professor Rishi Chopra, for inviting me for this webinar.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. We also have with us Ms. Kavisha Duggal, Assistant Professor in Lovely Professional University, having an experience of more than 8 years, specializes in the field of gamification, has more than 12 international publications and won Best Smart Education Award from Ministry of Urban Affairs. She's here to deliver a little presentation. She's going to talk about money, scholarship, that matters to all. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
So we have our delightful alumni with us, those who have done wonders in this. They are going to be interacting with us. We have with us Abhishek, he's under officer NCC. We have Anand Kumar Rajput, inventor of UV racket to curb the spread of COVID-19 virus and algae-based respirator. He also has put 40 plus patents to his bag. Welcome you. And we have Sahil Sharma, who is a consultant at IBM. Okay, so we all are here, and it's over to you, Dr. Saurabh Lakhanpal, for the content of the day.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Thank you, Professor Rishi and Kavisha ma'am, for inviting us on this webinar. But I'm very delighted to have my students, my alumni, and now you call them as an inventor, achiever, proud alumni, proud Bertos also with me. We have Abhishek, we have Anant, and we have Sahil. Very happy to see them, meet them. So, dear students, as you're going to join Lovely Professional University, I must share with you by the medium of your seniors or the alumni that represented Lovely Professional University at various platforms, that there is importance of classroom learning as well as outside classroom learning also. So, lot of classroom learning is going to happen when you are going to induct into university teaching. But what is one more important thing is that you should always focus on outside classroom learning also, as your senior students did. So there are a lot of opportunities where we can avail through outside classroom learning, but we will be primarily talking about three things. And the first out of them is that we must know the transdisciplinary research. When I say transdisciplinary research means that other than your own discipline, you join hands with the students of other streams and develop something or innovate something. And Anant is the best example of the same, which is who is today with us. He himself is from mechanical engineering, and he developed algae-based bio-air purifier. Earlier days, I always thought about Anant to be a student from biotechnology and biosciences or pharmaceutical branch, but no students, he's from mechanical engineering. So this is my first agenda to talk about transdisciplinary research options at Lovely Professional University. Second, I will be talking about skilling yourself. That is to develop your skill either in technical or in hobby or in competitive exam or any field of area of your choice other than your discipline of study, other than your classroom learning. And Sahil is the best example for them. When we will be discussing with him, he will tell about his journey, about his path, that how he got a lot of certifications and now at a state where he himself representing good brand multinational company. And third, I will be talking about today outside classroom learning is the community services. It's very important to deliver that to the society. But it is only possible when you yourself get more disciplined, when you yourself get more strengthened, when you develop your attitude, when you develop respect for the nation. And today Abhishek, who is under officer in NCC with us, will tell about his journey, that how NCC transformed him into a better individual and he is able to deliver that to the society. So this is the students today's wake up. But if I have to talk about the research efforts that will be available to you, yes, you are here to study that whatever being taught to you. If you are a computer science engineer, if you are an architect student, if you are a pharmacy student, you will be taught many things that is related to your discipline. But tell me, students, do you have an interest in a different discipline also? Most of the time it happens because students from mechanical engineering generally want to develop app and develop websites, and students from computer science engineering also would like to build a chassis for an automobile, and similarly electronic engineer also wish to design furniture also. So these type of cross disciplinary working they always like. But what is the strength of your university or our university or lovely professional university is that we have more than 150 programs running on our campus, and therefore a lot of disciplines are available with us. So if a students wish to start any innovation, he will be given a platform for that, and after he wants to really develop the product, market it, do a digital marketing, lot of students are going across the discipline with you for your project, and then they're going to develop new things. So this is the strength. We call it a student research and project cell. We have a huge area of 50,000 square feet area dedicated to only use students for new innovations and product development. Now this innovation studio, we have different of dimensions available over there. So if they are the students from mechanical, electronics, civil, pharmacy, design, and whatnot. Even in our Auto Expo, hotel management students have developed the biscuit or cookies in the shape of automobiles. So all they join hand and then they create a new concept, which is not only theoretical, but they also develop the methodology to translate into a new practical innovation. And then they integrate, move beyond their discipline, which is being a very specific approach, because you'll be getting capstone projects to your related discipline. But this is like going beyond that. And integrating all those things into your regular learning is going to translate you into new human individual. It is very dear to me when I share with the students like you that why there is a cultural difference where our Indian students are draining their brain to outside. If I talk about the American culture, you know what they say? They say if you have to purchase TV, get it from Korea. If you have to get good car, get it from Germany. If you have to have a good whiskey, take it from Scotland. But if you have to take a good brain, take it from India. And most of the IT companies, especially Silicon Valley in US, they all are working with human minds that belong to India. So this human capital has a strong wealth. India has a strong wealth of human capital. But I always keep on saying that whether it is called brain drain or it is a right, it is a globalization, what term we are going to go do that. But remember one thing, that joining hands with the different disciplines and working for a common concept and developing that into an innovation and creativity is the difference of Western countries from our country. क्योंकि हमारी country में what happens is generally when students come in first year of their university learning or a college learning, they think of those things which they have seen in the movies of Shah Rukh Khan, that they are going to sit into the canteen and then they are going to enjoy or party with their friends, और वो अपने teachers को थोड़ा tease करेंगे and then they are going outing for the tours. But believe me, students, things are not like that. If you really want to develop yourself, become a good professional, good human being, target from a day one for the co-curricular activities that I am sharing with you. And the first out of that is a class discipline in research. Make your friends across the different disciplines, develop a new idea and get it converted immediately innovation, which Anant did. And we will listen to him that how he managed all these things. But for today's second take to you is that you must also improve the ability to perform a job related activity which contributes to an effective performance of a task. इसका क्या मतलब है कि हम learning तो कर लेते हैं, we generally learn many things in our university learning, तो जैसे लेकिन आमिर खान की मूवी थी ना थ्री इडियट्स, he told them that how you are going to apply it in real life. You must know that it's not only getting 8 CGPA, 9 CGPA, 90% marks, 95% marks, right? It's all about that how you are going to apply that. So this knowledge, this learning detail, this learning experience of skill development is nowadays becoming a mandatory part of your classroom learning. तो मैं बड़ा छोटा सा एग्जांपल कई बार शेयर करता हूँ कि earlier there were dial tone coming in the telephones that were available at our homes. But why not this dial tone is now available in mobile phones to know that whether it is working or not. Right? So it's a practical application of an electronic skill where they have to relate something to the current. Right? Similarly, there are more application-based learnings, so which you have going to learn out of the classroom, and which rightly Sahil also did from his very first year, second year. He started collecting certification from various skill sets. So I expect the same from you, that now the skill development should be the integral part of your learning. It's not only taking good marks and learning, it is how to apply the same also in real life. And we will definitely give you platform to do that as your seniors are doing. But जब हम ये सारा कुछ achieve कर लेंगे, हम एक अच्छे innovator बन जाएंगे, हमारा skill best होगा, we will be best in either on our job or in our entrepreneurship skills or any of these skills. Then what we have to do? The Maslow theory of hierarchy says that actually it is self-realization where you are now going to deliver back to this society. So इसीलिए my third part of this presentation is that we should be always thinking about community and society also, that whether my actions, whether my deeds, whether my personality, whether my profession, whether my learning, whether my degree is going to help that or not. And we have a full-fledged community services cell in Division of Student Welfare at Lovely Professional University. Here we have students from NCC, NSS, Indian Red Cross Society, and many other NGOs like PETA, that is for animal protection, G for animal protection, and then there are Joy of Giving for helping the people who are below poverty line. We have also projects like Gyandeep where we are teaching slum students. So we have a lot of things to deliver back to this society, which should be again an integral part. But I always say that charity begins at home. So that means first you have to transform yourself. Become a good individual yourself. You should respect others, you should be disciplined, and you should be having a thought process which is around honesty. You should not lie to each other. But all these things does not come with the preaching or the things that I'm saying. It always comes with the experience. And the platforms like NCC, NSS are the same. There you practice the same. And you're one of the senior student, Abhishek Kumar has done the same. He has learned about the self-respect, discipline, but I give a common name to you, that is attitude. So you build an attitude towards a community, you develop an attitude towards the society, then there is no looking back in terms of self-satisfaction, self-gratification, and self-esteem. You will definitely are going to have a self-esteem. But how you are going to get all these platforms when you come to Lovely Professional University, other than your 9 to 5 teaching, do go to the other available options as per your liking, explore them, grab them, and execute them so that you can become an innovator, you can become a better human individual, and you can deliver back to the society. So this was a small message from my side, but let's see how your seniors has done it. So I will start my question with Sahil. Sahil, when you are from which place, tell something about your background, which year you took admission to LPU, what were your apprehensions or the good points that you're going to an LPU. After coming here, how you get yourself inducted into skill development very soon, that by your final year, you are already part of some other companies. So tell us something about that journey.
Very good evening, sir, first of all. So it's very good to be back and telling my story, like from where I have come and all. So basically, in 2016, when I completed my plus two, so I was searching for a college like every other student after 12th, knowing what don't know what to do, anything in his mind, nothing, just searching for a college. Then I came across LPU and the website and see I see a lot of things over there, because I was basically a person who like to interact with persons, who like to perform, who like to basically interact with more and more persons every day. So what then I thought to take admission in LPU, and I still remember my first day over here, and I was like, okay, I have the opportunities over here. Now what I have to do is just learn. So I remember joining. I am from Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir. So coming from Udhampur, where there is a very lack of resources and all, don't have much resources and all. So when I reached here in LPU, we started our session. I took admission in BTech CSC. So when I after 1.5 months, I got an announcement for a part-time job. I still remember that day. I got the announcement from DL. It at that time it was DSA, not DSW. So from DSA, I got an announcement for a IBM business partner company as a coordinator. They were looking for the students. So I go over there and I fill up the form, have the interview, started with them, learned a lot of things. And after 1 year, I became assistant manager over there. And then after that, I worked with some of the startups through entrepreneurship cell. Some of my friends who were doing startups, one carbike.com, the rental startup. So I helped him build the product after that. And then there is one more startup called True Solutions working on a free education thing, like industry ready professional. I got to learn with them. So all these things, when I look back 4 years, I was not doing anything. I was just like a clean slate. I don't know what to do. But yes, with time and opportunities, and it was really fun. I don't know how 4 years passed by. Just it was like a blink of second and the 4 years were gone. But yes, the things I have learned, it are still with me today. Going anywhere, tell them I'm from LPU. So yes, it gives me pride saying that I am a Verto of LPU. I have learned a lot of things because for me coming from that much area, I was not expecting to learn that much things basically. So everyone helped me, sir. You also have helped me a lot because the initiatives that were taken by the DSW, helping the students, everything. So that was a bit part of my journey over there. And then also one more thing, the certifications that the university announced. So basically, I am IBM certified in design thinking as a co-creator and a practitioner. So I am an official IBM certified practitioner who can practice design thinking on behalf of IBM anywhere. So
So
that
nice.
is
So great experience that your certification of the skill development other than your computer science engineering is actually making you a valuable individual for any of the company. So same message I want to give you to the all the students who are attending this webinar that look how people are differentiating, how your senior students have differentiated their line by getting into skill development. Let's talk about something research also. And then how did I think that finding a right idea is a difficult thing, but generally people confuse them around their thought. So there is a difference between thought and actual idea, and then converting that
yes,
idea
sir.
into prototype, and then into a commercial viable prototype, and into product, and then into business. So how these things come to you? Because after 10 plus two students have a more pressure that they have to pass their degree, get good CGPA, अपने माँ बाप का नाम रोशन करना है. But you went into research from mechanical to research that was more related to the sciences side. Share your experiences, Anand.
Yes, sir. So, as you said about how the ideas generate, actually, ideas don't generate by themselves. It's how you see the problems. When you start to see the problems, you won't have to look for ideas. So, if you see, and I believe everything has a problem, or it can be improved in a way that it hasn't been in previously. So, everything has the possibility to be improved and thus to be innovative. So my interest was to basically do something that was not done before, and the only way to do that is to do it by researching about that particular thing. That is how you can find what new possibilities can be explored about that particular thing or that particular project. So basically, I was looking for to do something new, looking to get a, because when you start to do research, it does not only help you to research about that particular project or that particular topic. It also develops your mind to think about problems in a more reciprocative way, and you develop a thinking. And so you decide when right now I'm working in a company. So right now the same thinking is continuing. I'm seeing problems and finding these solutions rapidly. And when I see my colleagues who are even senior to me, they are not that much capable. I mean, they are capable in the work that they're assigned to, but when I go around and I have a look, even if I'm walking around the company, I generally see problems around. And even if it's not my area to work on, I generally suggest that this can be done, this can be improved in this way. So I think that thing came from my research part, that I'm not able to ignore problems nowadays.
Very nice tip that you should not first ignore the problem, and that you should know that how to approach that problem. And believe me, students, that Anand has said very rightly that whenever companies hire professionals, nowadays critical thinking, logical ability, they all have become an important and integral part of all the selection process. And why they have become so important? Because they want just to know the approach of yours, application of mind of yours, and your vision, how you see the things. And then they think that you are whether right for the company or not, other than your technical skills. So do develop this, and you will get the opportunity when you will be working transdisciplinary environment at Lovely Professional University. Let me talk to Abhishek also. Abhishek, how you dreamt of coming to NCC, and were your aspirations fulfilled with NCC at Lovely Professional University? And please also let us know that other than NCC at Lovely Professional University, what other things inspired you to become a good human individual? How did you serve the society? We will ask later on, but let's understand that what you learned from NCC, from other platforms available at Lovely Professional University for your self-development.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for inviting on this platform. It's a grateful that I'm just talking with people. And if I'll talk about my curriculum as well as NCC, so if I'll just start the scenario from the induction day. Like in the induction, I met with you, like lots of dignitaries. They just said, "Ki, if you want to do something extra, just visit the block 13. Like that is just DSW." So I just came across DSW. I just try to find what is for me, what is not for me. So I came across NCC because somehow like I'm an army brat. So this is my desire to be in the defense. So I just given the exam of NCC, and to be frank, NCC exam in NCC in LPU is like a topmost. The layer of examination, physical, that 2 to 3 layer of interview. Then at last, I just given my interview in that cabin only where you stayed. So that the journey was perfect. Yeah, and then after I just joined SOC as well. I just formed my own club that is with the name of Virgio inside LPU DSW part of itself. And Virgio is also my venture as well. I'm an entrepreneur as well. So I just registered Virgio as a private limited company. And if I talk about NCC, how it improved my skills and all. So by being in NCC, just matched with lots of people. It may be from LPU itself, from the different communities, and other than local people, like from other battalions. We went through the camps. We met lots of other people, locals of Punjab, officers, army OR personnel. So like they just taught us like how army is just working, like how army is behaving. And CC is as like we are the second line of defense. So we got to know about how we should use the arms, ammunition, the drill, about uniformity, discipline. Our motive is unity and discipline. So our basic whole the structure is like directed to this part only, unity and discipline. And like the part which is organized and designed first, we went through all the stuff, and whatever I am today, that is all due to the LPU and all of my faculties and my seniors, and like I'm grateful for that.
Right, Abhishek. Thank you for sharing. Anand, just let me know that if you can see us a little glimpses of that, how you got into the product development and how media recognized you, and how did you felt at that time. With the last sentence, that what message you would like to say to these all junior students who are going to join Lovely Professional University very soon. So,
So basically, yeah.
first showcase and boost about your own work, and then give the message.
Okay, sure. So basically, in LPU, you have a lot of opportunities getting to different discipline, as you said. So I was skilled in design. So in everything, when a product you need to develop product, it may be from any discipline. So that needs to be designed to be presented to people. That's how you can explain your product. So I had collaborated with people from different disciplines, from biotechnology, from electronics, and from mechanical engineering, and from computer science also. So basically, every product needs to be, its idea is in the mind, but to showcase to other people is a different thing. I mean, if you do not have a design of a product that you're thinking of, you cannot showcase the 100% capability of that. So I made sure that I was able to transform their idea to a product that can be visualized by everyone. So it was my main job. And I would like to say to all of the other students who are coming that do not be within your stream of studies only. Try to explore as much as possible, because when you come into the jobs, or if you develop something of your own, you're not going to be able to do it with knowledge of one discipline or the understanding of one discipline. I mean, I'm not saying that you need to have complete knowledge of a discipline, or you need to be too much technical, but you should have the capability to, that you listen to people what they're saying of different discipline. You analyze those things, and you think that, okay, I understood this much. I should ask my doubts, and I should be clear about what I'm developing. This is the basics of the yeah.
And we would like to see the glimpses of the glamour that you got in media.
Yeah, I will show that. Please tell me, how can I share my screen?
Second tab is
Ananta,
about sharing.
I'll give you the rights. Just hold on for a while.
So meanwhile you are sharing, let us ask to Abhishek. Abhishek, what do you mean by serving the society, or what is the concept of idea of community services to you, and how did you contribute for the same?
Basically, community service is something by which we can give something, like we can do something for the community. It doesn't matter ki that is the poor community or like a backward community or the upper community, for the community. Just take the example of plantation. Plantation is the like a part of community service. So if you are planting,
interrupting you, Abhishek, I'm just interrupting you because screen share is already on from Anand's side.
no issues.
Let us show
No
us
issues.
about work, and then we will continue for the same question. Yes, Anand, if you can explain
Sure,
your media coverage too.
Yes, sure. So this was an respirator that we developed. It was an algae-based respirator. So this respirator did not only purified the air, but also, enriched it with naturally made oxygen in the same similar process in the line. So this was, inspired from the ongoing space research by NASA. So they're using algae to develop fresh oxygen in the space. So we got a concept from that of course we have respirators that have artificial oxygen in them, but if there is a way to compensate that with natural way, the natural is always better, so it can develop that. So this was done at the time of the COVID pandemic, because the doctors and nurses all they were all wearing the respirators all the time. So not only that, they also needed to protect themselves, but also they needed to breathe good air, because all the time they're wearing that, and it's important to be active to breathe the oxygen rich air. So this is basically for was a thing that we did for them. So that was recognized by the media, and this is what.
It's very nice. It's nice to see the students excelling in research, and then they are being duly recognized by various media also. And you are here with us also to talk about this same. Thank you, Anand. So thank you for sharing your screen too. So hope you keep on your research bent of mind, and hope you inspire your junior students also to take the same path.
Yes, sir.
So Abhishek, coming to you again, that what do you understand by serving the society, but more interest will be on knowing that how you, after joining NCC and other platform of division of student welfare, get yourself transformed and help the society in one or the other way. Don't let us know that what is the aspects of community services, because all people know. Tell us something about your personal experience, that how you help the society.
Yeah, exactly. So, as I joined the NCC, so if I talk about personal transformation, like before I had idea, in the discipline manner, like there should be a timetable for a student. Like he should work in a proper manner to achieve his goal. So, but before I had no timetable or nothing, like I used to do my classes and then just normal sports and then the sleeping hours and all video games, and that's all. But when I just joined the NCC, then after there is like what I can say, there is a rough schedule, from 9 to 5 there is classes, then after 5 to late night at 9 this is my training, and that is like a regular training. We just have to go through all the hurdles, and this is keep going for the whole week. So this is how I got to know, yeah, if I'm doing this, so for why I'm doing to be in that be for my my goal, for my whatever I want to do. So this is like being followed in all the aspects, in our academics, in our curriculum, in our discipline, in our personal behavior. If you want to do something, like if you have to behave with, suppose if I have to behave with you, so I should have some etiquette, some discipline. like how I should behave with you. I can talk in a proper manner. This is what NCC is teaching us, and this is what we are learning by doing a community service. So this is my aspect. Sir.
Thank you, Abhishek. But you have coined a very good term that earlier you have rough schedule and it need to be changed. Rightly said. So students, this is a message for all of you that you have to schedule yourself. For COVID की वजह से तो I know after in between your 11th and 12th you have lot of disturbed schedule where you most of the time online and physical activity has decreased, diet pattern has changed, health has affected little by affecting your eyes. But yes, I know that you are going to develop your schedule again by the experience of your seniors. So, Sahil, my question to you is that why classroom learning is not enough? Why we need outside classroom skill development also? Please let us know from your personal experience and general guidance to the upcoming students in any university teaching which are being engaged or associated with us today in this webinar.
So basically, the thing is when we talk about the classroom learning and being industry ready, basically I say, so there is a difference in it, because when we step in, when we go for a job in an office in the corporate, the things are certainly different. There, the classroom learning is what define your skills. But when you know how to talk to someone, when you know how to get your work done, because in corporate everything comes with you have to be very, very vigilant while working, because until and unless we are not a perfect industry ready, we will not excel over there, because there are a lot of persons having 10 years experience, 20 years experience, working at the same position I am working right now. So to compete with those and all those things, you need to be basically vigilant, having the certifications with you. Because a classroom learning, if I talk about myself, so while doing my degree in CSC, although it was good, but there was certain aspects like the certification part, the part where we were the part where I learned about the design thinking, learning more about that. So that is not covered in the classroom studies. And the second thing is the things like how to present yourself, how to basically when you are talking to a client, how, what are the things that you should keep in mind, and all that we can only learn until and unless we have not that comes with the experience. And what generally happens is the students came out of the college after 4 years, so they start from the scratch. So that scratch I have started in my second year. So that gives me a 2-year jump while going to work. So when I was joining the company, I know everything basically. So I was knowing how to deal with the clients, how to deal with my colleagues, because being a 22 years old, having a team of persons of 35, 40 years to get the work done from them, you have to know how to get the things done. Until and unless they won't listen to you, they will consider you as their kid also. We have to say that. So that scratch I'm talking about, that is what I'll suggest all the students who are coming, that you should start learning the first day you step in the college. You have all the resources with you, you have everything with you. The thing is, you just have to get the spark in you. That is the only thing. And thank you.
Very nice. Sai, very nicely said, very rightly said. So, dear students, you can also ask us questions. We are sitting here in the panel. You can write down your questions into the chat box, and VCT are definitely going to ask few out of them to you. But to summarize today's session, I must say that yes, today the session, importance of the session, or the key learning from this session is that I just want to guide you that you must get yourself indulged in outside classroom learning activities also. The three great platforms that are going to transform you into a good human individual and a good professional. First is there, you should help the society, or you should engage yourself in community services. Second, you can engage yourself into transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, or simple student research and project along your ideas. And third, you must develop your skills in the form of various certification from various national and international bodies, so that you are a certified trainer before you pass out your degree. And to second the opinion of all my three dear students who are now alumni, I must summarize my session with their learnings too, that Anand has said that you must look to the problems from a solution perspective. You must develop the solutions from the problem. Either you are the part of the problem or you are the part of the solution. So he guided us that you should see the problem and become the part of the solution. Second, as Abhishek said, we all must not have a rough schedule. We should have a good schedule. We should we should be disciplined and we should be doing all the activities in your college life so that we can utilize best of the time available with this at the time of student. And third, I'm going to summarize this session with the saying of the Sahil: you have to become an industry ready, and that industry ready does not mean only the teaching, book teaching. It also include that how the administrative capabilities you have, what are the leadership skills you have, how good you communicate to others, how better you can do networking, and all those certifications that are required to become an industry ready. So with this, I thank you all for joining this webinar, and I'm open, and my students, my dear fellows, my dear panelists are open for any questions from your side. Over to you, Rishiji.
It was really fantastic to hear from you all. Dr. Saurabh Lakhanpal, Anant is there, Abhishek, Sahil is there, and still Mr. Pisha has to speak. It was really a wonderful thing. And now I can see few of the questions which are coming up onto my question box. And I request all the attendees to please raise your hand through the interface in case you want to directly talk to the experts over here. I will be connecting you and you will be putting your questions and talking to them and getting the answers to them. So it's open, with the house is open for that. Please raise your hands, those who want to talk to the experts. Meanwhile, I'm taking up the questions which are coming to me as written form, in the written form. So I have a few questions regarding when will the university open? Will it start in online or offline mode? Dr. Saurabh, what can we give? What reply can we give to such students?
So dear students, we are all geared up to start our university either in an online mode or an offline mode or in hybrid mode also, right? So I request all the students to get their both the vaccination doses done if they want to carry to the campus at the earliest, right? So this is my humble request to you is that as we are following the completely government guidelines, so government has told about getting your vaccination done. So we are fully geared up for both the modes, online as well as on campus. We are also prepared for third mode, that is hybrid mode, but all depends on you. If you get yourself vaccinated, then we are going to start very soon. And for the first year, our classes will be starting somewhere around 20th of August.
So I hope this is an answer to the queries of many of you, those who have asked this. And next, Ashmita wants to know for Abhishek that is Abhishek right now working, serving in Indian Army or not? Abhishek, over to you. You are getting some fans out of it.
Uh, no, I'm not working in Indian Army right now. I'm just done at High Radius as a consultant. High Radius Private Limited. So I got placed through campus placement. Yep.
So Abhishek has always an option through NCC to bypass their exam and directly go for SSB, whereas he was a brilliant guy. He was also technically very strong, so he chose the corporate job also for the same. So he's into corporate now.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll complete my HC certificate by next year. So after that, I'll just step into my SSB interviews and I'll make it to Indian Army. Don't worry.
So Dr. Saurabh, Sai Sudha Harisit wants to know, I'm below 18, how can I get vaccine? As you rightly said that you have to get vaccinated.
So definitely government is going to give guidelines to, but it's little strange that generally in university teaching or university learning, you are after 10 plus 2. And the student who has done 10 plus 2 are generally 17 plus years. So you might be missing your getting 18 by 1 or 2 months, so it will be happening soon. So that's why we are also prepared for both the modes, online as well as hybrid and on campus. But definitely you have to wait for the government guidelines.
Definitely. So Rishi Bhalla wants to know when will the first year classes expected to start?
So I told you that we have a good induction, full-fledged induction program for you. It's a 5-day induction program. We consider it to be part of your academic session. In this 5 days, we give you orientation to your academics in the university, to life beyond classroom, what we call it as campus life, and to the other administrative policies also. After this 5 days induction program, immediately you are starting with your first academic class. And we generally schedule it over 2 weeks of time. So I hope that somewhere around the last week of the August, we are going to start this session.
Perfect. So it's now over to Reenu Singh. Reenu Singh has put some question. Reenu, I'm giving you the rights. Please talk to the experts. Reenu. Yeah, Reenu, we can hear you. Are you there? Reenu?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
Do you
what
have
is
any
your question,
question
Beta?
for the expert?
Sir, my question is, how can skill learning helpful in case of research? Basically, what all skills can be developed which can help in research while doing research?
So I would like
My
this
question.
answer. Yeah, your answer is clear. So question is clear. So I would request Sahil and Anand, both of you to speak a little bit about the same. That if somebody wants to go into research as their career pathway, right? So what type of, say, any one skill set they must have in them so that they can develop well, so that they can perform well. First Sahil answer and then Anand answers.
So basically, when we talk about the skills part, so if you want to go into the research, so first of all, you need to have that particular set of knowledge that is required for that research. Suppose if you want to go for making your own app, basically. So if you want to make that thing, so you need to have a knowledge of coding for that. So basically, in any type of research that you want to do, you need to have a particular skill set that is required. So first is that. The second thing is to get that, if you are going in some research, and also you need to search for the options. Basically, you need to have that guidance of the mentors that you are going to get. So that are the things that are required, and more, I guess, Anand can answer because he is into this field for long.
So Sahil rightly said that you need a particular skill set, but other than that, I think everything can be learned. If you want to go in some field, you can learn about the skill set very easily. But the most important thing is to not give up during your research, because nothing comes out easy through research. You have to try many times to come out with something that is good enough to be presentable to the world. So do not give up. Otherwise, skills, you can learn any skills in today's world. Everything is available online, and even you have experts in the universities. So whichever skill you want, whichever thing you want to research upon, you can learn the skill set, but do not give up when you start to work on a particular thing. That's the most important.
So my say on this question is, Beta, that yes, of course, there is no set of rule when you are going for innovation. Nobody knows that first time when electricity bulb was given, what formula has to apply on that. And nobody knows for the upcoming innovations also what formula is going to apply. But one thing that I say is surely going to apply is your attitude. Right. So have your attitude, have your mindset towards research and as a commitment. Because only when you are committed to through your attitude to the research, only then you are going to have plans. Otherwise, you will have only hopes and beliefs. So world does not work on hopes and beliefs, it works on plans. So be committed in your attitude towards research and you are going to touch the sky.
Nice answer by all the experts, and I hope you have got the answer. Definitely. Now we have a general question coming up from so many. I'm going to combine that question for
Yes.
this.
And Vicky
How
sir, we are going to have
university
last two questions. So try to club the questions.
Definitely. And it's now be like how the university is managing the practical part in this online mode. It's a query that is coming up from so many people, though so many attendees over here. The query is okay. Okay, you go for on. How we are managing the practical.
So dear students, practical, yes, of course, we have done a planning like that. Most of the online teaching that is going on should have a coverage of theory. And as soon as you join the campus, we are going to start with the practical labs. So rather than positioning theory and practical equally, we are doing more towards theory part in this online mode, and we'll be doing more part of practical when we'll be opening. Other than this, the application based and practical teaching which is required, our teachers are generally demonstrating it through the various applications, through various modules. They are also doing the practical showcasing through various stock videos and with the household available items also. And so this is the two mode through which we are trying to facilitate our students for practicals too.
So for all the computer-oriented subjects, there are a lot of simulators available. Electronics simulators are available. A lot of things are better explained by the simulators. It's a simulation of, it's a virtual reality wherein you can jump into and feel the uh, uh, reality. Definitely, that's the mode which LPU has adopted. I would like Ms. Kavisha to just quickly present something on the scholarship. Those who have not taken admission till now definitely would be comfortable looking at your presentation. Ms. Kavisha, I would request you to be really quick in that. So can you unmute yourself? Ms. Kavisha? Okay, I think she's stuck somewhere. So meanwhile, I would like to connect with those who have raised hand. The last one, as Dr. Lakhanpal has said. So I would request all the attendees to please raise your hand. I would be connecting one of you. We have Chancy Chikola. Chancy, are you there? I'm connecting you. I have given you the rights. Please unmute yourself and talk to the experts. Chancy, are you there? I have given you the rights, Chancy. Please unmute yourself. I think there is some Avinash EP. Avinash EP, are you there? I have given
Yes,
you
sir.
the right. Yeah.
Sir, I'm Avinash. I have just joined LPU for BSc Forensic. So I'm planning to write UPSC there. So how valuable it for me to take in admission LPU?
So you have chosen a very professional course and you want to go to UPSC also. So dear student, definitely if your focus is UPSC, then you should try getting yourself prepared from pre-final year. Right? It's an approximately, I have understood, 120 hours of learning. So your teachers are going to help you in the university because there are certain subjects related to humanities and to subject expertise where our teachers are taking classes, and we have also tied up with certain skill development organizations also like ALS, Mentor Skills, who have their own full-fledged centers on the campus where they are teaching. But you are free to take all those learnings other than your professional course to be successful in that. But do start your journey in pre-final year, because by the time you get into final year, somewhere around January, February, the preparation goes intensified, and then you have to give exams somewhere in June, July, as a preliminary, and mains comes by November, December. You have to position your time accordingly. The first year, I will tell you as a roadmap to capitalize on your studies. Second year, capitalize on your skill building, your interpersonal skills, your outside classroom learning. And from third year, fourth year, whatever degree course you have, straight away go into the preparation part of your case. And you will get platforms on the campus to help you for the same.
Spectacular answer by Dr. Saurabh. And it's now over to Ms. Kavisha for a quick presentation. Ms. Kavisha, I can see an extra dialog box over there. Can you remove that? Can you ignore that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Before I start with the presentation, I just wanted to answer one question that one of the students asked about the placements in the army. I can give you one example. A lot of my batchmates and my husband himself is a pass out of lovely professional university, serving as a proud alumni, and he's the lieutenant commander in Indian Navy. So you can have a lot of examples. I have so many my batchmates and postmates, and even my juniors who have been placed in the army, navy, air force, and they're really doing very well in their own respective areas. So I think one of the girl was very enthusiastic and wanted to know about the placement, and they all had the campus placement. We do have Indian Army visiting us. We do have Indian Navy visiting the campus, and they all got the campus placement done through this defense services. So I'll just take you to the exotic journey of lovely professional university. If I talk about the campus life, I'll be talking about the 106th Indian Science Congress was held in lovely professional university and was inaugurated by none other than by Honorable PM of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Talking about the who doesn't know about the Dalai Lama, the eminent personality, Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji, sharing the stage with our Honorable Chancellor. Talking about Shri Arun Jaitley ji, who inaugurated our LPU startup school. Talking about all the eminent personalities, Gaur Gopal Das ji giving values towards the life to all the my dear students. And who doesn't know about the Shah Rukh Khan, the real life heroes? When they come into campus, they really, make a different kind of atmosphere. Their journey is not very easy. When they talk about the life experiences, my students feel really motivated. Talking about MS Dhoni, talking about Sonam Kapoor, you name, and we have it in our campus. All the eminent personalities have been there. If I talk about infrastructure, I can vouch on one thing. Lovely Professional University has the world's best infrastructure. Maybe talk about this eminent architect. There are 13 blocks which are attached to this particular building. Let's peep inside this building. There's an closed auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 people in one single place. We have a well-equipped labs, library, all the book facilities are there. We have the facility of library till 12 p.m. and during the exams, and 8 p.m. during the normal days. This is the heart of lovely professional university, the Union Mall. All the basic amenities of life are available here. We do care about your health. We do have the gym facilities also. And talking about the layer activities that are also part of lovely professional university. We do have a hospital with the well-equipped beds and the best doctors available inside the campus. This is an open-air auditorium with a capacity of 20,000 people and a single with the solar panels on it. This is something that makes me feel wow. This is lovely professional university, lush green environment. I feel so proud that yes, I am associated with this university. Look at this image. Doesn't it feel like lovely professional university is glowing in the light of moon and stars? We have a swimming pool, we have the shooting range, we have badminton courts, we have basketball courts, and we have well-experienced trainers who train my students. You name and sport, and we have it in our campus. Talking about the residential facility and the security part, it's a ragging-free campus that I can really vouch on. And talking about the security about my students, we have turnstile. Even if I talk about the girls' hostel, I, being a female faculty, also cannot enter the girls' hostel of the students. That kind of facility we have. We have residential facility, 1-seater, 2-seater, 3-seater, 4-seater, luxury apartments, standard South Indian, North Indian food available, and the capacity of 20,000 students in one campus. If I talk about the 4-seater air cooler, the charges are 68,000 per academic year. Talking about food, it is 34,000 per academic year. We do have residential facilities, banks, ATMs, Wi-Fi, post office, gymnasium, hospital, convenience store, all inside the campus. It is a mini town itself. Now talk about the programs offered. We offer more than 200 plus programs, but in this short span of time, I'll take you towards the diploma and engineering courses. For the diploma, we offer in computer science, civil, electronic communication, electrical, mechanical. The eligibility is 50% in 10th marks with science, mathematics, and English or equivalent. Talking about the engineering programs, we offer computer science, IT, electronic communication, electrical, electronics, chemical, and all the latest one do. If I talk about artificial intelligence, data science, aerospace, civil, biotechnology, food technology are all part of that are all available. If I talk about the BTech computer science, data science, full stack, Android development, these are all the latest engineering that students want to go for the specializations, and we do offer that. Talking about the eligibility for the BTech, it is 60% marks, and you should be having physics, mathematics, English. Along with that, you need to qualify LPU NEST, that is Lovely Professional University National Eligibility and the Scholarship Test. For the biotech and biomedical and food technology, the eligibility is physics, chemistry, English, mathematics, or biology. In 10+2 should have 60% marks. Along with that, you need to qualify LPU NEST exam. If I talk about the programs are offered in the after graduation, we'll talk about the MTech, and the specializations offered in MTech are in a wide span, that is computer science, real estate design, geotechnical, electronics, power system, thermal, robotics, construction management, machine learning, artificial intelligence, food technology, data science, and many more. The eligibility is 60% in your relevant bachelor's, right? It has to be very relevant for the master's degree which you're going for. Talking about the fee and scholarship, it's very important, definitely, and you'll be astonished to know that 60,000 students have been benefited from Lovely Professional University in last 7 years. That is 61% of the students are studying on scholarship, and rupees 500 crores have been spent on the total scholarship. If I talk about for the BTech all branches, the fee is 1,20,000 per semester, but we give the scholarship of 30% if the student gets 80 to 89.9% in class 12th, or I'll say in the class 10th, or LPU NEST comes in cutoff 3, you will be eligible for 30% scholarship, and your fee will be only 84,000. I'll tell you one thing very important. We give the scholarship throughout 4 years. We never cancel the scholarship after first year or second year. It's very important. And the scholarship only gets cancelled until unless you're involved in any of the indisciplinary actions. Otherwise, the scholarship remains the same. If I talk about if your marks are 90 to 94.9% in your class 12th as well as in 10th, we offer the scholarship on previous two qualifications, right? Or an LPU NEST cutoff 2, we offer the 40% scholarship, and fee will be only 72,000 per semester. If I talk about the maximum bracket of the scholarship in the BTech, it is 60,000, that is 50%, that can be availed if you have your 10th marks or your 12th marks, 95% above, or you get into LPU NEST cutoff 1. Talking about BTech CSE, yeah, the scholarship is a little bit different. The scholarship brackets differ. The fee is 1,20,000 per semester, but the third bracket of the scholarship is 96,000. You'll get the per semester, 20% of the scholarship, that is 24,000. That you can get if you get in marks class 12, 80 to 89.9, or in 10 standard, or in your LPU NEST cutoff 3. If you get to the second bracket of the scholarship, that is 25%, and the amount for the fee payable becomes 90,000. That is only for the marks if you get 12th, 90 to 94.9, or in your 10th standard or LPU NEST cutoff 2. The highest bracket for computer science is 30%, and the fee applicable becomes 84,000. Then the scholarship amount is 36,000. That will be applicable if you get your class 10th or 12th, 95% above, or in LPU NEST cutoff 1. And we do offer other scholarships, like if your parents are in defense, or you have maybe a single girl child, or maybe need-based, or maybe in the field of JE, you have got the good scores, sports and cultural activities, extracurricular activities. We do consider and give you the best of the best scholarships. And the application process is very, very simple. You can note down the steps. You can register onto LPU Admit with the basic details: name, email ID, mobile number, state, gender, and password. Your email ID will act as your username and the password. You will get an email with the registered email ID. Log in into LPU Admit with already created username and password. You can apply for the LPU NEST eligibility and the scholarship test where it is applicable. Like for the BTech, it is compulsory for diploma, and for the master's program, LPU NEST is not compulsory. You can give it for the scholarship purpose, and you can book the exam slot and result for the seat allotment, and you can proceed for the admission. I'll request you if you can take a screenshot of this slide where we have our website is mentioned. We have the toll-free number, and you can even contact us on the admission@lpu.co.in. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, you can please ask me.
So it was really a fantastic thing to know about the scholarship, as well as a little bit of infrastructure and more of queries that are to be handled later on through these admissions at lpu.co.in and 1800-102-4407. So a wonderful session regarding the community services, which was taken up by Abhishek, and research part was taken up by Anand, and the consultancy was taken up at Sahil's end. It was really fantastic to hear from all of you. And I would like to now close this session by saying few words from the attendee side as well. So experts, your years of research, your depth of understanding the topic, and your ability to present the topic in such an interesting way produce one of the most wonderful afternoons for all the attendees. On behalf of all the attendees of this webinar, I would like to thank you for your insightful presentation. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information provided in this webinar to help take a better decision regarding your admission or your courses. I am obliged and thankful to Dr. Saurabh Lakhanpal, Ms. Kavisha, Abhishek, Anand, and Sahil for strengthening this platform. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for inviting
Thank you
us.
so much.